Yo, what up? It's your boy. We're back at it again for another Source Code video. It's gonna be a bit of a short one, but I just want to talk about resource generating. In this game, as long as you're playing, there's gonna be this Gabumon here in the corner, and he is going to be passively generating a few resources for you, right? There's one thing you should know. The first, you can use this button down here to like collect 2 hours in advance. And the first collection every day is free. After that, it costs 50, then 100 crystals, and so on, right? That's basically how it goes. But what decides these very specific numbers you're seeing on your screen? Well, there's a few things. The first one is story progression, right? And the second one is basically the Digimons you have, right? So this button down here is the one that handles this system, right? And you're gonna be seeing that each Digimon has a value, right? And you can go through your list of Digimons and it's gonna show like the level of the skill, right? The collecting skill, and the number. If you have a Digimon that you gotten like a few copies of, Mega that you've awakened a few times, they will probably have a higher number, like this Seraphim one here. But as you can notice from the number being 432, you can have a Digimon with less, with a lower number, that does collect more resources. And you might be wondering, well, what are the other resources that you can collect? The main one is experience, right? I think that like if you were to focus on any one first, it would be this one. Then you start unlocking the passive bits generation. Then it is the materials that you use when you're awakening a Digimon or adding copies to them. After that, it is just generic food items, and then generic fishing items, right? These unlock as you play the story, so the more you play the game, the more slots you're gonna have. There's gonna be a time where you need every single one of these items. I would say that currently the bits are like the least valued one, because everyone just has so much, right? But everything else has a place, has a time, especially the experience, I would say. And if you're wondering as to like how do I set up a team for this, okay? The first thing you're gonna need to do is go to your Digimon or babies, and you're gonna look for a very specific stat line. So this little Vmon here, you can see that it has this line with this this very specific kanji, right? The start of the word. This basically means resource collection, passive resource collection plus 10%, right? And this stat, it goes from 1 to 4. 4 obviously being the way better option. I think I have a few 4 ones that I can show you. This one, there we go. And you can see that it's like 30% if you have 4, but the better ones would be like getting a 4 and a 2 or 3, right? Ideally a 3. And rolling for these stats on your Digimon, it will open some doors for your passive resource collection, because this is a percentage increase on top of the default value that the Digimon already has by the rank, right? What I mean by this is every Digimon of the same rank, so all of my true ones that do not have anything resource collection related, they are gonna have the same value, right? But then if you have something that is resource collection oriented, like there's this stat which gives 7% along some other things, it is also going to increase that value, right? And you always have to be on the lookout, because you know the few combos they can get through it, like even if it's not Digimon you don't plan on using on your main team, or especially if it is a Digimon you plan on using on your main team, you can just combine it and just have some very interesting Digimon. Like on my case, for resource collection and EXP materials, I just went for the best one I could get, the best ones I could get. So it's currently just the 4 ones and my Seraphimon, which is just has a lot of copies, so his resource collection value is just higher. Or a 3 in the 2, or like anything that you can get that makes the resource collection easier for your account, right? It's basically a set it and forget it kind of deal. Just keep the Digimons locked after you set it up, so you don't, you know, accidentally delete them or anything, right? And I believe there are other things that can increase resource collection, but the main one is just getting copies of the same Digimon, right? Using the Mega item copies, and also changing the stats of the Digimon, right? There's one thing you should remember regarding the resource collection system, and that is that this caps at 12 hours, so you need to open the game every 12 hours or so. But, you know, this is pretty easy to do, honestly, since you don't have to do anything other than just tap the button and peace out. You're also going to be getting a little bit of XP for your account by using this method, but you cannot increase the amount of XP gained. It will, I think it's default to your level, so that it's always a little bit impactful. And yeah, that's basically it for this system. See you guys on the next guide. Bye bye.